Hello YouTube viewers, today we have a game on Terminal Moraine against MetaloidMonkey and OG Legit. Mossy and I will be Forge Brute against their cutter Arby. I gotta say this is a very intense game for us and you guys will see why. Mossy the Brute player is the one that recorded the video and the whole video will be shot from his perspective. I am the Forge and this is KnifePro that's doing the commentary. So as you can see from the start of the video, it looks like OG Legit is heading over to take our hook. Like he's trying to go over in Pelican. And they have their ghost there and everything, but I go ahead and Pelican real quick and we show up and get out. One thing that we're going to do differently this game than what normal people do is we're going to have our Brute take both hooks. And in this game it ends up paying off by a lot. Like you guys will see why it was like the perfect thing to do in this game as the game goes on. But Mossy's goal right now is to go Temple second and go over to their Arbiter's base. And right now we're trying to get rams off on their hogs because we know that they're going to go gunner, and we are trying to go across and get the hook, but for the most part we want to kill their hogs and hurt them as bad as we can. So right now I sent 2 yellow hogs over to go kill that hog right there, and right here it dies. So now we're like, alright, so we killed 1 hog, now we just want to go over here and pick up all their money next to the hook.
Local units.
So the ghost is right there, but I'm pretty sure he leaves, so I'm not really sure.
Local units. Enemy engagement.
So Mossy this game is going to try and go all 4th and just get tons of stuff out since he has the early hook. And right here we're just picking up as much money as we can. And in a second, right here, the Arbiter shows up, and that really scares the crap out of me. I'm like, oh god. So I'm running, and he's in rage mode right now. Like, Mossy's not looking at it right now, but the Arbiter's in rage glitch chasing my hogs. So I'm freaking out, I'm trying to get away. And he doesn't catch any of my hogs, and I'm like, you know, really excited about that. But he rage runs all the way to Mossy's base. He goes Temple second, and rage runs straight to his base with 2 suicide grunts. Hits a supply pad, red bars it, and kills his hull. So right now we're in trouble. We got Hog spawn blocking his lift, and he's already down to 1 supply pad. Well, actually he has 3 supply pads because we gave him the hook. So right now he has as many supply pads as the Arbiter does, which is kind of funny. But at the same time they do have more hogs on. They have all their hogs on offense and everything. We have our hogs on offense. And now that I'm watching the video and I'm doing the commentary, I realize that I would have played this game a lot differently now that I'm looking at it. Now that I think about it, Mossy has 3 supply pads and the Arbiter has 3 supply pads. So honestly, I could have just stayed here and just kept killing their pads and, you know, made them equal. But instead, I'm kind of panicky. Like, I'm worried about the Arbiter so bad right now. I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, where is he at? Where is he at? Because we don't see him. He's not at my base, he's not at Mossy's base. We have no idea where he is. So, I all of a sudden get the feeling that he's rage running straight back to his base, trying to catch all my hogs. Which just means that he really hates us and just wants to kill all of our hogs. And he cares more about our hogs than anything. So, I'm pretty sure right now, yeah, Mossy has stun hammer, so I figure, you know, I can leave and try and get somewhere safe. And right now my goal is to go over there and kill those hogs off of Mossy's base so we can get our brutes through. Because right now we have, I don't know if he still has a chopper alive or not, but he has at least 2 brutes, if not all 4. So right now I'm trying to send, yeah, I'm pretty sure his chopper dies. So he has like 4 brutes in his base right now. Anyway, I'll send over to Mossy's base to kill the hogs, and all of a sudden their Arbiter was right there, and he kills about 3 or 4 of my hogs. So really I just lost everything. So OG Legit's sitting over here with 5 gunner hogs or so. Alright, he has 4. I bet he has a 5th one though, like on the field. And we're kind of fucked right now because they killed all my hogs. And Mossy has 5 brutes inside his base, and oh, they do have 5 hogs, by the way. There's 1 in the back. Alright, so now they have 6. And he's trying to build a turret real quick. But anyway, we're just really trying to get to a position where he can unlock all those brutes. And it just looks like we can't unlock. And you're probably wondering, why does he unlock right now with all the hogs in the back? Well, the hogs move quick enough that they can stop your brutes before they make it to the teleporter. So really we're kind of stuck. It's better to not unlock and find that one opening to unlock than only get one through, you know. But anyway, it's very difficult. They just maxed his base, so he's going straight for Citadel. We're really in a tough spot, and right here I catch some of their hogs with the carpet bomb. And obviously that does help. It does make the game a little bit easier for us. But right now we're just trying to strip this Arbiter's base. Like, they're ahead of us on base damage, but we're really not that far behind since he has the 2 hooks. And their Arbiter, by the way, has one of the hooks on their side. So on their side, the Arbiter has 1 hook. So technically, he always had 1 more pad than Mossy when they did base damage. So right here, Mossy did decide to unlock, and he ended up killing 2 of their hogs and only got 1.5 brute squads through, pretty much. Which, you know, is better than nothing. But they're really dedicated to killing his base this game. But we do have a lot of hogs, and you know, those brute squads will do damage. So he's just continuously building brutes. The Arbiter did recall, and he caught most of my hogs. Oh, never mind. At this point, he killed 2. He killed 2 of my hogs, and obviously that sucks. But, you know, it's gonna happen sometimes. I split, and I got away. And right now, I'm getting ready to gather all my hogs together and go across the hook, because I'm pretty sure it opens. So yeah, right here, all my hogs are going across the hook at the 5-minute mark, and I'm just going to go over there and take all their hooks. That way we can make our way back into the game and find a way to be ahead of them. So Mossy has a tank on him now, and it's getting pretty intense because both bases are pretty much stripped. It's just our base is half health, and their base is full health, so their base will not die this game. Right here I clear the hook, and Mossy wasn't looking quick enough because he's worried about the tank, and they botted it again. And when you have 4 gunner hogs, it takes a while to stop a pad that's building, so that really wasted a lot of time. Like, that bought them a lot of time when they bought that hook. But all of a sudden the Arbiter's back at Mossy's base, which really isn't good. And then all of a sudden they have a tank at his base. So really, we're in a really bad spot. They have base damage just from the start. They have a tank and an Arbiter on his base, maining him. And Mossy really doesn't know what to do. Now that I'm looking back though, there's a lot of stuff that we could have done differently this game. I think one thing is he has 500 bucks right now. He should have upgraded the 2 pads at his hook, is what I'm thinking we should have done with that money. And that would have really boosted our economy and really set us forward this game. Because his base is just getting screwed over right now, and he has a lot of money that he could spend, or give me a click or something. But either way, right here he's getting his summit up, and the Arbiter only has 1 supply pad on his base, which obviously is a good job. You know, he's getting fucked pretty bad, and we're just kind of in a situation that's kind of shitty. You know, there's no way we can kill the Arbiter's base, but he's stripped. Mossy's gonna lose his base and has 2 pads on a hook, and then right here I give him a temple and a summit. So the reason why I gave him a temple and a summit at our hook is so that he could pump some banshees with his 2 supply pad eco, even if he has no base. Because really I need his help. They have an Arbiter that can rage without any pads, and he has no units out besides his chieftain. So if he can get a couple banshees out, anything will help in this game. Anything will make a difference. And right here, Mossy catches their tank. And OG Legit's getting kind of dicked on. We got 2 tanks and 2 gunner hogs shooting at 1 tank, and Mossy has the other one stunned. So he goes ahead and pelicans because he's just like, fuck you. You know, he's obviously really pissed off right now. So I'm over here chasing this chasing this tank with my hogs and tanks, and then Mossy catches him again. He catches the same tank. So at this point, OG Legit's like, fuck me, because he got caught twice. So right here, I'm like, alright Nick, come over here and take this base. He has tons of money, and their Arbiter is sitting right next to the base, which is really crappy. He's just sitting there wanting to stop it. Honestly, I was really concerned that they might try and buy it to buy themselves time. But the Arbiter has no money, and their guys over here trying to get tons of tanks out. So right now, we killed 1 tank, and we have another one red bar. And we have 3 tanks, and they have 3 tanks, I'm pretty sure. Either that or I only have 2. I'm not really sure how many I have at the moment. But Mossy does have one Banshee out and he's trying to pump them out. Overall, I think it was a good idea for us to have the summit and the temple so that we could pump some units out, because you'll see it makes a big difference in this game. Alright, so OG Legit sends another tank out and we're going to kill it. So at this point we've killed 2 tanks, I'm pretty sure. And 1's red bar. So really, OG Legit could have just been smart with his tanks and just held them all together. Like, I think he was just kind of concerned and wanted to be really aggressive and make sure that he just straight up just won the game. But honestly, I feel like if he just had all of his tanks together and showed up all at once, he probably would have fucked us. Because he built more tanks than me this game. I'm pretty sure when he built about 6 tanks, I built about 3. But I also went for Cancer Shell and he didn't. But either way, I think if he used his tanks a little bit better, they could have really done something to us. I feel like their Arbiter and tanks should have been together more, rather than separated. Like right here, they're doing good. They have their tanks and Arbiter together, but there's a couple points in the game where they could have done this. But they got 4 tanks right here, and a red bar tank. 1's red bar and 3 full health tanks, and I have 3 full health tanks. Except for I'm going canny right now, so I'm just waiting for my Cancer Shell to come up. And we're really fighting to try and get Mossy into the game. Like, this is getting pretty intense. They have their Arbiter and tanks, and I got our tanks and a couple Banshees, and they keep trying to kill Mossy's base. So really, their entire goal right now is to just kill Mossy, but they figured OG Legit didn't go straight to his expo because they didn't figure he'd have enough money to buy the base again. So they come over and kill the base again. So they killed it for the 3rd time right here, which is really gay. But right here I can't glitch the Arbiter though, which was really great. So now we got 4 Banshees and 3 canny tanks on their tanks. And I didn't realize that I canny glitched until now, so it took me a second to canny their tanks. But I put 2 into 1 and 1 canny in the last tank, and they half-health the base almost. So really this isn't good, because this base is really weak. And all of a sudden OG Legit comes in for the 4th kill. 4th kill. And Mossy has 14 seconds left. 13. 12. He cancels his Banshee. I give him a click and he buys the base again for the 5th time. And OG Legit's running with that 1 tank, and Mossy's like, no, you're not getting away from me. I'm pretty sure he boosts, but I might be wrong. Oh, never mind. I guess we're just going together. I'm not really sure. I thought he was gonna boost over and kill it.
All units.
Alright, so he had 8 seconds left when he bought that base again, so it was really cutting it close, because they were just going all in and killing it. And I clicked him quite a bit. I'm pretty sure I clicked him 3 to 4 times just to make sure that he could get his bases back, because I had to keep helping him get them. So Mossy, with his little bit of eco that he has, is just barely getting enough to buy those Banshees. But really, it's all working out, honestly, because he is barely getting any money, but those Banshees are helpful. 1 by 1, they're doing something for us. So right here, I decided to just come over here and kill his temple, because if that guy's Arbiter gets out, he has a lot of supply pads up. Like, honestly, if he raged just 200 bucks, it could be the difference of winning or losing this game. Because really, they have a lot of tanks, and we have, you know, only 4 Banshees and a couple tanks, and if they come over and rage me a little bit, they could win this game. So honestly, my biggest goal this game was to stop the Arbiter from coming out again. Another thing that you'll notice is I clicked Mossy a lot to get into the game, so that means I don't have as many tanks as what I would have if I just let him die. But I have faith that his Banshees will help me a lot, so I just figured, you know, I'd rather have 3 tanks for the rest of the game and have Banshees to help me rather than just have 5 tanks on his base. I think either way, I probably would have won this game if Mossy did die out and I just pumped a bunch of tanks, but it would have definitely been a lot harder, and there's a lot more chances of it going wrong. I don't regret clicking back into the game because this was pretty epic, how many Banshees we end up getting out off of 1 summit. And as you saw, I gave him some money so that he could pump some more Banshees, just because we're in a position where I have tank lead now and they still don't have Cancer Shell. Or, you know, at least I'm close to him in tanks, so right here he has 1 tank left and I have 2, and we still have our Banshees. But honestly, that was a really great game. They put us down the entire game. Great job, guys. It was a lot of fun. And thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, whatever.